My grandfather graduated from NJIT in 1951, and here we are, over 60 years later, and my family is still involved with the university, and we will continue to be. NJIT gave him opportunity, and he grew up very poor with many siblings, and suddenly he was in a place where he had the resources to really grow himself as a person. My grandfather at NJIT took the coursework to prepare him for a career in manufacturing, and my grandmother worked to support the family. And when he finished school and he went on to start his own business, he had one employee and her, and they built the company up over many, many years, and she was by his side through everything. And when it came time to give back to the university, it was just a no-brainer for them because they knew that opportunity. Without that opportunity at being at NJIT, the life they created would not have been possible. And they were always grateful and never took it for granted. I think he lived a very long, satisfied, fulfilled life because he gave back. And NJIT was a great cause and still is a great cause, so we are proud to continue supporting the university.
When I got the notification that I was getting a scholarship, it felt like a godsend. It felt like a very empowering moment when you realize that you're getting that aid.
When I opened up the envelope, we were all sitting at the dinner table, and my dad jumped up and down because he saw that we would be able to pay for it and it would be all right.
So when I received the scholarships from NJIT, I was in awe. I couldn't believe the generosity of the donors who had given that to me, and the fact that I would be able to go to school for a very reasonable price.
First, getting the letter, it's like, yeah, I got it, I know I got it. Open the letter, you turn the pages, and then you're like, oh, I got it, and I got money. This is even better, and this makes it a better choice to come here because it makes such a difference.
It was just like, oh my goodness, this is great, you know, and it's just, I almost say it's a mini degree. It's almost like, boom, you reach another hurdle. Okay, now the degree is still there, let's keep working toward it, but yeah, it's another milestone.
My father went to NJIT, formerly NCE, and he was a first-generation college goer at that time. He taught there from the age of 22. It was his only job. I went to the School of Architecture and graduated from there, and I was pleased that I was able to graduate at the top of my class. NJIT has been so instrumental in fulfilling my family's dreams, fulfilling my dreams, fulfilling my father's dreams. And I see that today there are other students coming to NJIT who have those types of dreams. So the fact that we have the opportunity now to share this with others who otherwise may not be able to afford such an education is just so rewarding for us and for my father if he was aware.
After 1 year, I can already say that the scholarship that NJIT provided me, it's allowed me to live a better life, and it's allowed me to accomplish more.
The thing about a scholarship is somebody is giving you, you've been granted something, and it is kind of your job to give back, and that goes for, you know, getting good grades, that goes for research.
It's a big help. It's a big help, and it's a great thing to have on my side, knowing when I'm going through my classes and going to conferences and looking for career pursuits. It's definitely a good thing to know that I'm okay financially.
The cost of attendance doesn't decrease, it's always going to increase. So having that availability of receiving a scholarship at any point during your college career is extremely helpful and very different from what I've seen in other schools and compared to NJIT.
Many companies spend fortunes retraining students who come out of schools. We found with our students that have joined us from NJIT, they kind of fit right in, and they begin immediately almost absorbing and growing within the firm. We were awarded the construction of a 70-story hotel in Midtown Manhattan on the corner of 54th and Broadway. I was late for a meeting. It was a design meeting with the owner and a number of the consulting engineers. And when my name was mentioned, this engineer associate said, "Mr. Caleo," he said, I don't know if you remember me, but I was a recipient of one of your scholarships in school. And that made me just feel, very fantastic, very warm about that, to know that it helped somebody in a very meaningful way.
What makes NJIT special is it gives you the chance to do big things.
Getting a scholarship is advancement and opportunity.
The people and the support that NJIT gives and invests in their students is really key, because without that I wouldn't have developed into the man that stands before you all now.
When you take the stress off of the student financially, they're able to hone in on their studies, really figure out, take the time to take those extra classes, those clubs, understand what about them is going to be successful. And then when they're successful, they'll graduate, go on to these big companies, and hopefully they'll do the same thing. Again, they'll donate back to the school and bring in more like-minded students, build up the reputation of the university, and from there it just keeps going. It's a cycle.